Yo, what's up? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I just realized something. Hang on, give me a second. Happy Monday. Welcome to Fishy Hour. You're watching Roman fell asleep camping on Warzone. No, I didn't. Welcome to the show, guys. Okay, very, very important, super important, message, I guess, letting you guys know that we will be moving Fishy Hour, this show, back to the Fishy Hour channel. Okay, that's super important right off the bat. Make sure, if you're new and you just started watching the show on this channel, don't get left behind. Okay, we're gonna move the show to its own channel like we had it before, just for different reasons. And the way to get to that channel was by typing ! I think it's Fishy Hour in the chat, and you'll get a link that's going to be, let's see. Yes, type an ! Fishy Hour in the chat, and you're going to get a link that says that we're moving the show to Fishy Hour channel. If you're not subscribed to the Fishy Hour channel, thanks Salty. There it is. Subscribe to Fishy Hour channel here. Click on that link. It's going to take you to another page, and it's going to say click OK to subscribe to Fishy Hour. Okay. What's up, Darren? All right, now let's start the show at the top of the show. Here we go. Just making sure that you guys don't miss that. I want that to be right at the beginning of the episode. And Wednesday's episode is going to be back on Fishy Hour. Okay? Wednesday's episode is going to be back on Fishy Hour. And all of the rest of the episodes of Fishy Hour will be back on the Fishy Hour channel. I put all of the episodes that we did on this channel in a playlist that belongs to the Fishy Hour channel. So all of the episodes are in one place. We're still in the process of cataloging all of the stuff we talked about in those different episodes, and then we will someday soon, hopefully this year, finish up the archive library where you can refer to different topics, and they'll tell you which episode to watch and where we talked about that specific topic. That'll be on fishhour.com. That's like my goal for the year. It's one of my goals for the year to get that properly finished and done. Okay. So, and part of that process means we have to move the stuff back to the Fishy Hour channel. We talked about it a little bit before, but we're actually doing it Wednesday. The episode for Wednesday is going to start us back on the old channel on Fishy Hour. Okay. So I'll make all the changes to everything else. So if you're used to coming to fishhour.com/live, instead of bringing you to this channel, it's going to take you to the Fishy Hour channel when we're live. Okay. So if you forget everything that I just said, just remember, if you can't find Fishy Hour on Wednesday at 7, just type in fishhour.com/live, and it'll take you to the correct place. I'll update the link. Okay. All right. Shout out to Carl for being the first one in chat, and Oscar, I'll give you the first like of the day. Let's go. Thank you, sir. SD Fisherman, what's up? Welcome back. Jesse, Charlie, C Samurai, Alexis, what up, Alexis? Welcome back. Arnie in the house. Benji, what's up, Benji? Leonard in the house. Let's go. We got SoCal Steve, Salty Rice, man, sounds like a menu. Am I reading a menu? I'm reading. Oscar, what up? Oscar636 in the house. I got everybody's in here. I'm glad. Hey, what up, Aaron? Let's go. Welcome, Aaron. Cal is off early from work. Let's go. Welcome, Cal. TB Metal Art in the house. ! TB Metal Art for a link to his awesome work. Check it out. Let's see. Okay. We got a lot of stuff to cover today, guys. And Coach, if you're in the chat, let me know if you're available tonight. I understand if you're not, but if you are, that would be fantastic. One-handed angler in the house. What up, Darren? Welcome back. Michael Tran, welcome back. Michael Tran picked up his rod this weekend, so I hope you like it, Michael. Let me know what you think, your first impressions. No super chat on Fishy Hour. Oh, yeah, Cal. No super chat on Fishy Hour, unfortunately. But just the way it works out, you know, like for me, like yeah, I know it's kind of a hard one, man. Oh, perfect. Thanks, Coach. Thanks for the heads up. Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit, Cal. That's a very good question. That's a very good question. That's kind of why I was hesitating. Yeah, it's going to the Fishy Hour channel will mean that we don't have our super chats anymore, and we don't have our subscription, right? If you want to let those lapse and not support me on this channel, I completely understand. For me, it makes more sense to have the show on its own channel for different reasons, right? Mostly like to do with the YouTube algorithm and things like that. I thought would be okay, but it's turning out not to be okay. And so it has to be in its own channel. Also, I would like to do more things where maybe Brian can take over the show 100% for a Wednesday episode without having me involved, right? Maybe I'll teach Brian how to do that stuff. Or if anybody else is interested in having a presence on the Fishy Hour channel, like the stuff that Brian and I have built, then it opens it up for me to be more confident in letting another person manage or help manage that channel. That's kind of the reason why we're doing that, guys. I'm trying to make it to where makes it easier for me to generate more content for you guys, and it'll, in the end, just know that I'm doing this kind of stuff to figure out the best way for me to provide entertainment for you or educational content fishing when it comes to fishing, right? And I think this is the best solution at this point. Like, honestly, for me, moving the channel to the Fishy Hour, moving the show to the Fishy Hour page where it's not monetized, it does give me a hit on my income, right? Even though it's not a lot from like super chats and MMFC club, right? Like the badges and stuff. Still, it's a little bit of extra money that I use to like cover things that we do as a club, right? But I'm willing to take that hit because I know it's going to make more sense for you guys in the long run, and that to be able to provide more things or more shows or more content, and it'll make it easier for all of us. And even if it means that I won't have that income, I'm okay with not having that income because it means it's going to make the whole platform work better for us. Okay. That's kind of what I'm going for. Okay. I know eventually down the road, we will get to 1,000 subscribers on Fishy Hour channel. I'm not in a rush. And when that happens, we'll figure something out. Even if I don't even know if we even decide to monetize that or not, but it just depends. Right. So anyway, that's the future of this show, right? Of this show on this channel. I'm going to continue to put out or restart, restart putting out fishing content, right? I'm kind of testing the waters. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I've been testing the waters with Instagram Reels, and it's doing okay. Instagram Reels is pretty popping, and I'm trying to get a little bit more of a following there to push over to this channel, and then I'll be able to start putting out more fishy content on this channel though. So this channel will just be regular edited videos and live streams. So on this channel will be live streams like from the kayak or from the boat or when I'm fishing, right? So it'll be fishing live streams and edited videos. Kind of the stuff you guys have been asking me about in the DMs. You've been asking for stuff about like on the beginner level, kind of like rod reel setups, baits combos, techniques, kayak fishing setup, kayak transports, kayak storage, all that stuff that you guys have been asking about in the chat. And some of that stuff I already have videos for. It might just be a matter of refreshing those videos and going back and saying, hey, let's watch this old video, see if it's still true. Like somebody had a great suggestion to do that. So I'm going to kind of take you up on that. So that's what's going on with this channel. So I'm going to continue to make content for this one, but it's going to be edited or kayak fishing live streams. And then on Fishy Hour, we'll continue to have the Fishy Hour show on Monday, which is this episode. And Wednesdays, we'll have bait fishing with Roman and Brian, like we usually do. And that opens it up so that we have other spots open. If one of you guys wants to get started in this type of making this type of content, and you're interested in learning the process, and you want to come up with a concept for a day where you want to take over Fishy Hour for that day, and it's gonna be like on like Tuesday, Thursday, or Friday, right? If you want to take us up on that, I'll jump on with you. We'll figure out a concept for a show. And then we'll have another show on the Fishy Hour channel, right? And again, in the end, you guys as the viewers get the benefit of being entertained for another day of the week. It's less work on me, and it's an opportunity for somebody that wants to come up in the game of I guess of creating content, if you want to call it that. Roman makes fishing content, and he's not buying crypto when he's not busy buying crypto. That's right, dude. That's right. It's crazy. It might even. It's okay. So. That's where we're at with that. Very cool. Okay, so I got my notes here. I want to make sure I go over all of this stuff, and I don't want to bore you with it for too long. So here we go. We got a lot of stuff happening, guys. Pop top. Scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best pop top you ever heard in your life, 1 being the worst. Rate this pop top. Dang, that was good. If I do say so myself. Cheers. Welcome to Fishy Hour. I hope you're enjoying the show. Let's take a deep breath and jump right back into it. No breathe up. Okay, so if you're new to the show, welcome. If you have any questions at any point, please feel free to put the questions in the chat. And to make it easier for me to find them, preface the question with the capital word question, with the word question in all caps. And then from there, after that, just do regular lowercase and uppercase for your sentence. Ask your question. It'll make it easier. It'll make it easier for me to find it. Ooh, I got a 10. Oh, let's go. I got 3 10s. Wow. That was a good one. I didn't hesitate on that. I wasn't trying to. All right, here we go. So, okay, make sure you go to Fishy Hour and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, hit the bell and all that good stuff. Now, the MMFC. Yes, the MMFC rods, we're down to 6. Okay, we're down to 6 rods. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can type in !rod. It's going to take you to the shop, and you'll be able to get all the details on that shops on that all the details on that rod configuration and stats and how it came about. If you want to see the style of fishing that we recommend with that rod, just check on my Instagram. Check on my Instagram, my latest Instagram reel, and you'll see it's pretty fun. It's a pretty fun style of fishing. You can also use that rod to throw irons and stick baits. It's a great rod. So go check it out. That's !rod. At this point with those rods, it's kind of like I'm still trying to recoup my cost of getting them made. And so if you're in need of a rod before it gets too crazy and the season blows up, pick one up so you're ready to go when the tuna are in town. I think Arnie already said someone came back from a trip with like a ton of tuna. So they're around. They're already starting to come around. So if you're not set up yet, get set up. You can pick up one of these rods for a very reasonable price of $445, I think. $446, $445. And if you are a Mad Max Fishing Club member, you can get it for about 10% off using your MMFC code. Okay. All right. That is available at !rod. Okay. Just so you know. Now we have, yes, dude, there's so many announcements. We're doing so many things as a club. It's good, but there's a lot of announcements, right? So let's just keep it going. Okay, so on the okay, we have another thing happening. That is the CCA Taps and Apps event. We have a table full, and we have a table with I think 7 or 8 spots left. So CCA is doing a fundraiser / I guess membership boost, you call it, and they're gonna do appetizers. They're gonna have a bunch of local breweries have on tap, actually on the location, and they're gonna let you sample all the different brews that are available here in San Diego. Maybe some from out of town as well. I'm not sure. And there's gonna be raffles. There's gonna be live music. It's gonna be it's kind of like a party, like a hangout. We went to the one they had last year. It was super fun. I think we filled out a table. This year we're trying to do 2 tables. We're trying to do 2 VIP tables. Our second VIP table still has spots. We have about 8 spots left on a second VIP table, and it costs about $100 for 1 spot, and you get your membership to the CCA renewed for the year. If you don't have one, you get one, and it's good. Everybody should be in CCA anyway. The membership retails for about $35 a year or $40 a year, I forget. But you get that included. You get your beer. You get to hang out. You get to hang out at the VIP table, and you get to have somebody. I think it's volunteers at CCA to have like somebody go get our stuff for us. So like we're messing around and calling it a butler, but maybe we could convince Kevin to be our butler. So that'd be pretty funny. So that's what we're trying to do. That's just like a way for us to help out Arnie and Captain Dan because they're so involved in CCA. And also Kevin's involved in CCA too, and those are all super cool dudes, straight up guys that have been awesome to our community. So let's go support them and support CCA as well, because CCA is here to really to advocate for anglers and try to limit the amount of closures and lessen the restrictions we have to our fishing, right? So So if you're an angler and you're interested in preserving that right to fish, and for not only your lifetime but the lifetime of your kids, then it's gonna be a good option for you to be part of the CCA. And if you have extra time and you want to do more than just be a member of the CCA, you can also join their not necessarily their board, but maybe you can join their board if you have a skill set they need to function as an organization, and you want to donate that time, and you believe in that mission. Then it's awesome if you could do that, right? It's awesome if you could do that. Also, if there's not a board position, I'm sure they always need people to do things like on committees and stuff, right? So you could be part of a committee to help them with whatever they need as far as like how CCA goes, right? Because CCA, I think, is mostly volunteers. I think it's all volunteers. I'm 100% sure. But anyway, it's a great organization. Check them out. !CCA, I think, will get you to the site so you get a general idea. But if you want a spot at our table, at one of our CCA, one of our MMFC VIP tables, it's going to be !VIP seat. !VIP seat. We'll get you that link. And then we're going to keep going. Okay? So many announcements. Man, we have so much stuff going on, guys. It's crazy. Okay. 2 more things that are super. One's kind of important and one's super important. Let's go with the kind of important one for now. So a Mac coin, guys. I minted a coin called the Mac coin that I made a mistake on it, guys. I minted it, and I minted 1 billion Mac coin. Okay, I minted 1 billion Mac coin. Okay, and I locked it so that it wouldn't, so that we couldn't mint any more. Right, so it's only been it's 1 billion Mac coin, and it's locked. It's locked, so you can't mint anymore. But even then, 1 billion is way too much. Okay, part of this exercise, besides kind of helping you guys understand crypto and how it works, and how blockchain works, and how to deal with like wallets and all that good stuff, part of that process for me, since I already feel like I know that stuff, part of that process for me was learning how to actually mint a coin and understanding how market cap works. Right, I had like a 2-hour conversation with Kevin the other day, and I had like a 2-hour conversation with Kevin the other day, and we're going over like market cap. He was explaining market cap to me and how that affects the value of the coin, blah blah blah. And my initial mint was just made for me to test with and play around with, and I didn't consider that having so many coins available affects how many coins. It affects the value of the coin somehow, right? So I wanted to kind of scratch that off the thing. So yeah, exactly, Benji. So I don't want to be like the U.S. Treasury, right? So what we're gonna do with the Mac coin is the Mac coins that you already do have. Okay, we're gonna get rid of those. Okay, I've already created another minting of Mac coin. Okay, that's only gonna be 100,000 Macs. Okay, that's it. Not 1 billion. Okay, so the Mac coins you do have right now, those Mac coins we're not going to use those. Okay, but it doesn't cost you anything to get rid of them, right? All you need to do, I'll show you guys how to do that later, not today, not in this episode. Maybe maybe I'll do an extra stream tomorrow, and I'll show you guys how to do that. We're gonna basically just in that app that we set up, like in the Yoroi app that we set up, you can have multiple wallets, right? One wallet that you set up, you probably called it Mac Coins wallet. So on that wallet, you're basically going to just delete it off of your thing. You're going to create a new wallet, and we're going to do the same process over again. You're going to create a new wallet. You're going to send me your wallet ID on the MacCoin, what's it called? The MacCoin Discord server thread. And then here's how we're going to do it. I'm going to give 1,000 Mac coins to whoever responds to me in that thread. Don't do it yet. Okay, don't do it yet. To whoever responds to me in that thread with their new wallet ID. Okay, don't use the same wallet ID, because then you're gonna have 2 Mac coins they're gonna be called the same thing, and the only way we'll be able to tell them apart is by looking at the asset ID, and it's gonna get too complicated. So we're gonna start over. Okay, delete that wallet, create a new wallet within the Yoroi app, And then that's what we're gonna do. I'll probably jump on tomorrow specifically just to teach you guys how to do that, and I'll make an episode out of that and have it so that whenever anybody has a question, we can tell you guys how to do that. Okay. So, but that's what we're gonna do, and we're gonna distribute 1,000 MAC coins per person that wants to be that knows about it, wants to get involved, and then it makes it more balanced where there's not so many MAC coins in the bank, right? And then once we have those MAC coins in distribution, they're being used by you guys. Then we use those MAC coins to not buy things from each other, right? Not pay for things, but to pay for, but to use so that you can get included in events, right? So for example, say we have it's not it's not a pyramid scheme. This is all not involving any cash, right? It's a way, for example, check this out. And I like, so that was Todd, right? Todd said it was a pyramid scheme, but this is how it will work. So Todd let's say Todd wants to do a showing of his art, okay? And he wants to rent a place and have his art up, but before he does it, he wants to see how many people will actually show up and check out his art, right? So what he can do is he can say, all right, guys, if you want to come to the event, all you got to do is you got to send me 10 MAC coins or 20 MAC coins, whatever he decides to charge, right? And he's not charging you to go; he's charging you to participate in the event, right? And if you don't go, then he gets to keep your MAC anyway, right? And if you go or if you don't go, he gets to keep your MAC. But it serves as a mechanism for him to know that people are willing to show up, and you have a little bit of a stake in it, even though it's just MAC coin, right? Kind of, and so another example would be, for example, let's say I decide I want to give away a rod, right? An MMFC rod, and I'm not gonna tell it to you in MAC coin. What I'm gonna do is I can set up a competition, and it's gonna cost you 50 MAC coin to get in this competition, and whoever wins the competition wins the rod, something like that, right? So that's the way we're gonna use it. It's gonna be more like that's how we plan to use the MACs. That way, it's not being used as like a monetary thing. It's more like a way that you prove that you've been around the community, and you've earned your MACs just by the time you put in, by being available, and by being here on the show and that kind of stuff, right? And then down the road, I'll make more events for how you can earn more MACs, like first like and all that good stuff. And then also, once the MAC is distributed, most of it is out there, right? Don't give mine away. So so don't give mine away. Question: don't give mine away. Yeah. Marvin, I'll explain it to you. I'll explain that to you tomorrow. We'll go more in depth tomorrow. Anybody that has MAC coin now, I'm gonna have a live stream tomorrow, and I'm gonna do I'll answer all of your questions, and we'll get through all this process. So tomorrow at 7 p.m. plan on it. Come back tomorrow. We'll figure that out, because I don't want to do that whole process now on the show. I just want to make you aware of it, and then we'll get you guys set up. Okay. So tomorrow, if you don't have any MAC coin, you're trying to figure it out, come tomorrow. Okay. If you already have the old MAC coin and you want to figure out how we're going to use a new MAC coin and get your new MAC coin, again, come back tomorrow. Okay. And then that'll be done. That'll be set. Okay. Okay. I know it's crazy. It's crazy, but it's good. Once most of the MAC coin is out of my possession, like a lot of the MAC coin is out of my possession, and it's in your guys' wallets, then there's no really limitation as far as how you guys decide to use it. Like, if you guys want to put up your own events, if like Jeff wants to throw up his own event and say, doing a charter with One Cool Tuna, we're doing a charter, a sponsored charter, and if you want a spot, if you want to reserve a spot, send me X amount of MAC coin, and the MAC coin is not paying for your spot. It's just paying to reserve for your spot. It's just paying to reserve your spot, right? Anyway, it's the way it works. It's gonna be fun. I know it's a little bit complicated now, but I'll start making events with it, and then you guys will understand how we're gonna work with it, and it'll all work out. Okay, it'll be fun. Okay, that's good. That's what I have on the Maccoin update. I know I haven't talked about it in a while. I've been trying to figure out how to do it. I actually got a programmer, because after I minted it, I was like, hey man, is there a way to delete most of it so I can just have 100,000? And I had to talk to this guy who was like a crypto developer, and which is good, right? That's the other thing. That's the other thing, right? It forced me to make a connection with somebody that's a developer, a crypto developer, and now I have that connection, right? I have that connection. He helped me out. He's like, yeah, man, when you created it, you made it a read only, so there's no way to add more or remove. So you basically have to start over with a new coin. I was like, that's good. I'll start over with a new coin. That's fine. The guys will understand. but okay. But from my perspective, now I know that there's like different market caps, right? How the market caps work. I know that you can mint a coin and make it to where it's not you can't mint anymore, right? And if you do that, that also means that you can't destroy any of it, right? And then I also made that contact with this developer that's like not like a building developer, but like a software developer, that's in crypto, and he's familiar with all that stuff. And so I have that resource now too, right? So, and that's all because we were kind of messing with this and trying to learn this new technology. Okay, so it's good. It's good all around. There's going to be hiccups along the way, but in the long run, we're net positive on the knowledge we're gaining and the connections we're making. Okay, so that's just a life lesson I guess you have for free. All right, cool. I know, guys, this is crazy. I'm kind of trying to cover a lot. So, last thing for announcements. Are chocolate Mac coins able to buy actually chocolate Mac? Because if so, I'm selling it all, Zach. And the chocolate factory, yes. Crypto hour is tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna talk about the Mac crypto coin. Okay. Tomorrow we're gonna talk about the Mac. It's not a Ponzi scheme. I don't want your money. Okay. I don't want your money. We're just trying to have a coin that's functional, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be like think of it as when you go to Chuck E. Cheese. When you're a kid, you went to Chuck E. Cheese. You had to get the Chuck E. Cheese like the tokens, right? To be able to play the games. You're playing for the fun. You're paying for the fun, not for the items. Okay, you're paying for the experience, right? And the way you get into these experiences that we're gonna set up is by being here. By being part of the community, by being positive, by following all the stuff that we've been preaching, right? If you're here, you're around, you get to know about the Mac coin, you get to get Mac coins, and now you have them, right? Yes, Salty, thank you so much. Salty just summarized what I've been saying for the past 20 minutes. Club token Mac coin, exactly. And if you want to be in the real special things that we decide to do, you're gonna have to pay with club tokens, right? And if you're around, you'll earn tokens. Anyway, it's gonna be fun. Don't feel like you won't get left out. Okay, if you're here and you take the time to set it up, we have enough tokens, even at 100,000, for you guys to have at least. So for you guys to be part of the initial release. Okay, all of you are gonna get 1,000 tokens. Okay, all of you that are watching right now are probably gonna get 1,000 tokens if you come back tomorrow, and we set up your wallets and everything. Tomorrow's gonna be fun. Okay, all right, here we go. Last announcement before we go to Coach, because Coach is already 7:30. Jeez. Anybody have any questions about fishing, anything like that? Make sure I don't mess it up. Skee ball pitching contest. There you go. Just don't have a premature release. That's funny. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. My brain hurts. Michael, I understand. Pain is part of the learning process a little bit, right? Got no pain, no gain. You're gonna understand how this works. You're gonna have to get familiar with having a wallet, with how you transfer funds in and out of the wallet, and how you transfer coins in and out of that wallet, and that will prepare you for down the road if you ever get into a situation where you need to learn about crypto, and you should anyway. How much is it to cover? How much is the cover charge in Mac coin to get into a tiki bar? Nice, very cool. That's so funny. My kids take my money, says Michael. Very nice. Can I buy Shiba Inu with Mac coins? No, it definitely not. Definitely not. There's no monetary value. How many Mac coins for 20G slow pitch jigs? None. So for example, let's go with Dave's question. Okay. Say I wanted to say I have 5 20-gram jigs. Okay. Oh, you know what? Let's say Muto wants to do a contest, right? Muto should not sell you jigs for straight up Mac coin. What he should do, if he wants to do something cool for the club, right? And say, look, MMFC club, I'm gonna do a contest for the winner gets a 20-gram slow pitch death jig, right? Or 10 or 20, whatever, however much he wants to put in. And he says, hey, we're gonna do a contest, and it's gonna be like a half-day tournament, and whoever catches the biggest fish is gonna get these jigs. But in order to participate in the contest, you have to send me. It's gonna cost you 10 Mac coins to come into the contest. What does this do? This makes it so that only MMFC members can participate in the competition, right? And it's rewarding you guys for it, right? Because first of all, who wouldn't want a free 20 gram slow pitch death jig, right? And on top of that, so it's kind of it makes it to where you can make events just for the club, right? So that's kind of the feel you want to get, like the mindset for it, right? So anyway, that said, we're gonna stop talking about it for now because I'll keep talking about it forever. Tomorrow we'll be back. We'll talk about that all night if you want, and make sure you guys understand that piece, and make sure you guys are set up with your wallets. I'll help you guys get set up. Other than that, moving on to the next topic. This is a good one. It's a very important topic, boys. I'm gonna turn on the music for this. Okay. A long time ago, as you guys know, I went on a crazy trip on the Islander. Right? It was a kayak mothership trip, and we always talk about kayak mothership trips. We're on the water. We're like, man, wouldn't it be cool to be on an island on a kayak and fish? And we talk about it on the show all the time. Oh, wouldn't it be cool to take a mothership trip? Oh, wouldn't it be cool if we could just stick a bunch of kayaks on somebody's boat and go out to the islands and fish them, right? Well, the day is coming upon us. Here's the situation, though. Here's the situation. The Islander is a boat that does multiple things. They get rigged up for kayak fishing trips, for kayak mothership trips. They get rigged up for tuna fishing trips. It just depends what the season is, right? They can even do like corporate charters, right? And it just depends on what the season calls for and what their availability is. But they know that in order to run their boat, they got to maximize profits, right? So they're booked out for the whole year. They know what they're going to do for the most of the year. And unfortunately for us, this year, how's my voice cracked? This year, they don't have another spot open where they can do a full 20 spot trip for us. Okay. So they cannot do a 20 spot trip for us, even though I think that would be freaking awesome. That'd be so awesome to get on the Islander and be all MMFC members for 2.5 days, going to SEI and just doing like a mothership trip, catching whatever's out there, right? So since the Cedros trip got canceled, I've been kind of looking for something that we could try to get going. And although we cannot have 20 spots on this trip, we do have about 4 or 5 spots left on this trip. That's not counting me, and I'm not sure if Brian is going yet or not, right? But here's what we're gonna do. I worked out a deal with not really a deal, but I worked out with Mike over at Fish Village, and the dude is super cool. I've never talked to him in the whole time I've been doing all this kind of fishing stuff. We just started talking last week, and I was like, hey, dude, I reached out because I have a club and we're trying to get 20 spots on the Islander, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, yeah, we can't do that, but we can do this for now. And next year, I can promise you that we do a 100% MMFC trip for next year, right? But for now, if you guys want to come, you want to check it out, you want to get a feel for it, we have 6 spots left on the trip that we're doing to SEI from was it June 30th to July 3rd. June 30th to July 3rd. It's 2.5 days of awesome fishing. And I said, you know what? That's great. I'm into it. I want to do it. I'm a yes already because I haven't done it in a long time. And the first time I did that, I wasn't even really I wasn't even a fisherman, guys. I was a spear fisherman, right? So I didn't know about fishing rods and all that stuff. I had a fishing rod with a reel. But for me, it was more about like making a video and getting content and being in the water and diving around, right? Than actually fishing. So I think I would enjoy it a lot more this time around because I'd be more like fishing, kind of like I do now with on the kayak, right? So we're in. So I asked if you could reserve those 6 spots for us. Right? I'm taking one of the spots already, sorry. So it's 5 spots. And if Brian takes a spot, there's like 4 spots left. But if you guys want to come, and I see Cal saying dibs, here's what we're gonna do. In a little bit, I'm gonna put a link up on the screen here, and it is a link to the Fish Village website where they've made a special page for us with those 6 reservations. So all you gotta do if you're interested in doing the trip, again, it's June 30th to July 3rd. Go there, register, and they're not gonna take your money right away. They're gonna get back to you and ask you to put down the deposit. The deposit is $500 and the trip is $955. Okay, the trip is $955. It's basically $1,000 for 2.5 days. You bring your kayak, all the food is included, all the bait, awesome fishing. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome outing. Sacramento Island is one of my top 3 spots in the world to fish and spearfish. I've been there over 1,500 days in my boat career. Dang, that's awesome, Captain Dan. That's super good. Super good. Yeah, it's a beautiful place to fish, guys. It's amazing. So if you've never been, or if you've been, you know what it's like. If you've never been, go check out one of my videos on, I think it's !Islander. We'll give you the link to the videos where I went like a couple years ago, like maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. But anyway, that's the big announcement for today, guys. That's a big announcement for today. If you want to go on this smaller group, there's going to be other people on the boat that are not MMFC, but we're going to have a little MMFC group. I talked to Mike, and I was like, hey, Mike, like, I'll pay full price. I don't want a deadhead spot. I'll pay. And for those of you that don't know, a deadhead is like the organizer gets to go for free, right? And I'm paying full price. I said, look, I'm going to pay full price. The guys are going to pay the normal price, the same price I'm paying. Is there anything you can do for us? Because we're a club and I want you guys to feel taken care of. I want these guys to, it doesn't have to be like a huge discount or anything like that, but it could be something like tangible they can hold that says, you know what, that's cool. Like they went out of their way to hook us up because we're MMFC, right? So he said, yeah, let me figure something out. He reached out, I think, to Z-Man, and if you book on this trip with us, you're gonna get like a Z-Man care package. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's like the power of our little group. We're starting to get a little bit of leverage, right? So very good, very good. So if you're interested, one of the mods could type in !trip. That's gonna give you the link to that Fishing Village page. You're gonna see Fish Village, and the MMFC logo at the header. And I'm not sure if it's Ned rigs actually. It might be hooks, it might be spinners, it might be a bunch of stuff. We don't know. The point is, you're gonna get a cool little care package because I kind of I'm always trying to advocate for you guys. I'm always trying to say like, okay, how can I bring more value to you as one of my subscribers, as one of my community members? What can I do to make the club cooler, to make the club better, to give you guys the benefits of of just making the content, right? Because like in reality, guys, I have a full-time job, right? And this show, whatever money I make on this show, it usually gets put back into the show in the form of equipment or in the form of outings, in the form of trying to sponsor an event or do something fun for you guys to enjoy and grow the positivity in the fishing community. Okay, so that's what the deal is. So yeah, the link is up. Again, it might let you sign up even though the slots are already full. What we're gonna do is it's gonna be first come first serve. If you're not sure if you want to go or not because you need to figure out finances, sign up anyway. And then if somebody drops out, you can have that spot. You'll be in line, right? Again, go check it out. Don't use net rigs at San Clemente. Yeah, dude, you're gonna be catching big fish, guys. It's big fish stuff. It's big fish stuff right there. Big fish style. Join. Okay, there it is. The link is there. romancastro.com/fish village. Booked. Let's go, Cal. Nice, dude. Do we use our own kayaks? Yes, you do use your own kayaks, and they cannot be pro anglers. Okay. Stacy, what up? How you been? Stacy, you gotta go to that link and join the. Just fill out the form, okay? And then what we'll do is as the forms come in to Fish Village, I already talked to Mike. He's gonna go by the order they come in at, right? So first come first serve. He's gonna call you. He's gonna reach out to you. If you can do your deposit within the 5 days, you're gonna get your spot and you're good to go. If you can't do the deposit, you change your mind, that's fine. Just tell him, you know what, I changed my mind. I can't do it after all. Then he'll just go to the next person in the list. So make sure if you want to go, if you're thinking you might be able to go, sign up. Okay, just so you have a slot in the in line. Okay, it's gonna be a blast. Definitely, if you have your MMFC rod, it's gonna be a perfect place to use it. And then worst case scenario, we have a contingency plan if the weather's crazy at the islands or the military decides to close it down on those dates, then we'll convert the trip over to just looking for tuna, which would be crazy, looking for tuna for 2.5 days. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Okay, so that's a plan. Yes, thanks Captain Dan for clearing that up. And for those of you that don't have a kayak that you can use, it could be anything but a pro angler. We can rent them, I think, from Fastlane. I'm not sure. Kevin, do you know if we can rent them from Fastlane? If not, I'm sure we could probably figure out a way to rent them from other club members. We have a big enough club that I'm sure somebody wouldn't mind using my PA-14 in exchange for their Outback for like a week. Right? I don't know. Very cool. All right. It does suck if that's your only kayak, Iron Fish. I totally get it. But the restriction is not because of me, and it's not because of the it's because of the Islander. PAs are just really big, and so it would mean that less people get to go on the trip. And also the crew would probably break their back. Fully loaded, when they put your kayak in the water, they put the kayak in the water fully loaded with all your fishing gear and bait tank, empty bait tank. And then when they take it out, they ask you to empty out your bait tank, you flip it over, and they pull everything up as a unit and put it on the deck, and then you go to it and unrig it for the night, right? So it's hard work, guys. These guys are putting a lot of work putting your stuff in and out of the water. Also tending to you. They're coming out with a little dinghy to give you more bait, to pick up your fish, all that kind of stuff. It's pretty cool. And I guess you're getting breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it's a blast, guys. It's super nice. Okay, so that's what we're doing. Let me get this thing spun up for to get Coach in here. Very cool. Cal said he's got dibs on his Outback. Dibs. That's so funny. Cool. So that's what we're doing. Once you guys confirmed that you're going, we'll need to put that into the Discord server just so I know who the people that who's actually going, and then we can get hyped up about it. Okay, it's gonna be super fun. There he is. All right, I'm calling Coach, guys. We're gonna jump into the fishing reports, and thank you so much for being patient with me and being here and being a part of this community. This is super fun. And so many things to come. Super cool. Yeah, what's up?
What's happening, Roman?
All right, I can hear you. Let me get you in here. Coming in live from Wharf Studios, it's Coach Wharf. Let's go. How's it going?
Oh, man. I had a day Friday.
Oh, no.
I have not seen fishing like that in a long time. A long time.
So like a good day.
Like, I quit.
What?
Like, okay, I'm done.
It's never going to be that good? Dang. Dang.
Yeah, I actually had a good enough day that I quit.
I'm done fishing. Coach is officially done fishing, guys. He had the best fishing day. He's not going to ever replicate that. He's done. Thank you. Thank you, fishing. That was great.
I mean, I hammered so many fish Friday night and even Saturday morning. It was absolute chaos.
It was that good that you stayed fishing through the night?
I fished until maybe 2 or 2:30 in the morning, maybe.
Yeah.
But at some point, I just kicked back and relaxed and just let the breeze and mosquitoes carry me away because there was just nothing else to do.
Nice.
I was running out of room in the cooler, so I'd already pulled a bunch of ice out and tossed it in my cooler bag. My fingers were completely destroyed by the crushers inside the catfish throats and them thrashing around, gouging me with hooks. My hands were just covered in bruises, and I was bleeding everywhere. It was a mess. That's how many fish I caught Friday. And they were all big, with just a couple of exceptions. They were all the catfish were like 3 to 5 pounds, fought like demons.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. That's so crazy. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry, Stacy. So Stacy says, "Oh shoot, I meant the group in general." Okay, cool. All right, Stacy. So real quick, the group is free to join. We don't have membership dues because we're like an open club, and we're an open club because we just want people that are positive and willing to help each other learn the so positive, respectful, and willing to help a new angler out, not beat up on people for being new or asking beginner questions. That's the whole motto of this group. Okay, we have the group open in case somebody decides to be an a-hole and they can't say, "Hey, I'm paying my dues. I'm part of this club." Like, no, dude, get out. Like, we don't want that here, right? So I'm super strict on that kind of stuff. And so for everybody is free, not just for everybody is free, not just for females, right? Was that stuff, John? Take it easy, John. Take it easy. Scaring off the ladies. And so we have this channel. We have Fishy Hour. We do a show Mondays and Wednesdays. It's not necessarily part of the club, but it has become the club's kind of meeting place. Okay. And this is actually where the club was born. It's basically the community you see here, the people in chat, super cool people, same positive, learning about fishing, trying to help each other learn and become better anglers. From this group, we spawned Spotty Bowl, thanks to Eric the Judge Lehman. We do a series of Spotty fishing tournaments. This will be our second year. First year we had 40 participants. This year we had about over 80 participants. And it's just super fun group of guys, lots of activities. The most recent thing we did with the club was we had our anniversary for the Mad Max Fishing Club last weekend. Was it last weekend? The weekend before last? And we
weekend
before last, and we had a potluck. We had a fishing outing. It's all in good fun, and it's super fun for me to see the guys and ladies kind of take the same feeling that we're getting here in the chat and in this show of helpfulness and positivity and respect, and into the Discord. And from there, I see you guys interact with each other, help each other like set up your kayaks, help each other with the rig, help each other go on trips. It's great. Like the community is growing in a positive way. It's super good. Like I feel like we have a solid core of ideals as a club, and it's great. So welcome, Stacy. Jump into Discord. You can type an exclamation point Discord. Somebody already did. Oscar did that for you. It's gonna give you a link to romancastro.com/MMFC. That'll give you a link to join the Discord server for MMFC, and it's basically an app. Think of it as like kind of like a forum mixed with Twitter, right? Kind of. There's a bunch of channels on the left, text channels that are topic specific. And then the cool part, one of the cool parts that we do is on the days when we go out as a community to fish, we jump into the voice chat towards the bottom, the fishing comms, and everybody's fishing on their own kayak, but we can talk to each other while we're fishing and you get to basically, the cool part of that stuff, as always, is that you get to learn what everybody's fishing with as they're fishing them. So it's kind of like you take if you were to go out on that day and try to learn to fish on your own, you go, you have your experience, you're fishing with a certain lure or not, and you learn, say you have 8 hours of experience if you fish for the 8-hour session, right? But if you go with a group like this and we're all on comms and there's like 20 people out there fishing for 8 hours, you're getting like that much more fishing experience because you're hearing what everybody else is catching, what they're catching it on, and you're adapting your technique as like in real time. It's like almost like training, but it's just fun, right? So very cool. I encourage you to come out on one of our outings and also jump in the Discord and say hello to everybody. You'll find it super cool. Sweet. You ready? That's a sweet. Good. All right.
Anytime, Roman.
Sorry. I just go ahead. I'm ready.
So yes, I had an absolutely epic day on Friday night, and even into Saturday morning. The catfish were still biting while the sun was up. Jeez. I made my kid catch a bunch. I said, "I'm done. You're fishing," and she caught a whole bunch. So, I mean, it was super fun. It was really cool. There is an absolute pile of content coming to my channel. It's all going to be short form stuff. There is going to be an absolute heap of videos being posted. I'm like, you know how I talked to you a couple of weeks ago saying I was starting to run out of footage?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm behind about 70 videos right now. So
nice.
There is an absolute pile of footage waiting to be put up on my channel. So if anybody's interested in the kind of stuff I do, I know that it's not what most of you do. I get that. But if you want to check out any of my stuff, just go over to Wurf TV and
perfect.
I'll be posting anywhere between 2 and 6 videos a week for probably the next couple of months.
There you go. So you got a good stash. Very nice.
Oh man, I got piles and piles of footage now. Catfish in my hand, catfish in the water, stripers, you name it. I got on it Saturday morning and I really just put the hammer down.
That's hilarious.
It was insane. Like there was no room left in the cooler. I was pulling out bags of ice. It was
wow.
And I mean, these were all well over 4-arm long fish for the most part. Most of them were big, beefy boys, and it was.
Harney said, "Wurf Productions in overtime. Let's go."
Yeah, man.
Very nice.
I might start posting videos on Wednesday. I'm gonna run out of days.
Oh wow. Very nice. Cool. All right. So usually, guys, we have Coach share his screen, and we go over like the local bite and the conditions, and like you guys have a feel for what to expect in this coming week or week on the next weekend too. So here we go.
We ready to switch over, Roman?
I'm ready. I'm done. I done switched over. Let's see. All right, here we go. Coach's screen. There it is. Question: how many MAC coins for a guided coach trip to Imperial Valley? Ooh.
Just send me a little message on Discord and we'll work out the details.
Yeah, Arnie says, "Tell me the bluefin bite is going to be hot next Saturday." There you go. I'm sure it is.
It's looking like it so far. It'll depend on your conditions.
All right, we're ready.
All right, so our tides going into the weekend. We got early morning / late afternoon. We got like a morning afternoon low tide, which is really good. This means that whether you fish the morning or evening, you've got a nice set of tidal conditions ahead of you. As you can see, our high today was, like 11 o'clock. Tomorrow it's around noon, and the corresponding 11 p.m. tide here. Shark fishing tides tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, people. If you want to fish sharks, now next couple of days is your chance. Our sunrises are getting later. You can see sunrise is going to broke 6 o'clock today with a sunset at 7:32. So we have a 13 and a half hour day right now.
Dang.
So that gives you some
So
playtime.
good.
And of course, that's lots of solar insulation to warm up the water. Moving on to temp break. Here's our local offshore. It looks like that red tide that was in North County is getting pushed off. I don't know that for 100%, but I've heard it's moving and breaking up. This is good. This means we had a very short red tide. Assuming these conditions continue to hold, and that'll be good because that'll avoid the fish kill in the North County lagoons and the local shallow surf. So if you know what, if anybody in chat has firsthand experience, you've been down to the water and Del Mar or La Jolla or Ocean Beach, did you see any red tide? And if you went out in a boat, how far out did the red tide go? I've heard it's not going out very far, a couple of miles at most. So I would love to hear confirmation of that. Drop your comments in chat. I'll see them here in a bit after I get back off of this thing. Now, Roman, we're going to be, you're going to hear me, the broken record once again. And here we are at San Diego FishReports.com. And 1.5 days are still getting limits of bluefin. They're not really in, they're sort of in overnight range, but not really in full day range yet. So the 1.5 days are still basically picking up limits almost everywhere. Been a few off days here and there, but for the most part, be ready early. These fish are biting jigs in the dark, from what I understand.
Dang, that's awesome.
So, I mean, and I've heard that some of the bluefin they're catching on the 1.5 days are going 140 to 170 pounds, with the ones on 2.5 day and longer going up to about 310, 312.
But mostly are deep then, right?
Yeah, they're mostly suspended fish.
Okay.
As reflected by our dock totals, the bluefin are the single biggest story going right now. The boys up north, of course, are just absolutely hammering the sculpin, bonito, and rockfish, whitefish. Incredible numbers here posted out of Davy's Locker. Of course, farther south down here, you know, you see 102 bluefin up to 130 pounds, 50 awesome. Guys. So, I mean, over and over again, guys, boats are just pulling limits.
Jesus.
Apparently, one of our local boats hung a decent white sea bass.
Okay, that's good.
And, you know, so it's probably a little late for them, but they're still out there. So don't pull a muto and leave your measuring stick at home. Okay. You never know when that white sea bass will show up on the end of your line. You'll never know when that lingcod. There's been a couple really nice lingcod caught. There's been some very interesting fish taken.
Oh, Kyle's got a question. He says, "How deep are the bluefin tuna suspending?"
I've heard it depends on the day, but most of the fish finder based stuff I've had the privilege to lay eyes on, which isn't much. They look like they were down maybe 150 to 250 feet.
Okay.
So,
nice.
So deep, so 60, I don't know. I'd say 30 fathoms plus. 30 fathoms is about what I've seen, I think.
Perfect. Then Izzy said he's going to San Diego tomorrow morning. Dang, Izzy, that's going to be a good trip, dude.
Hope you go find him, man. It's been kind of sporadic in full day range. I mean, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But maybe you'll get a luck into some of those patty yellows that have been making an appearance off and on.
Yeah, that boat gets them, dude. That's cool.
All right, we're going to switch to this map, which will take absolutely forever. And it zoomed back out on me. Why did you do that to me? I'm not really interested in Thailand. Come on. Come on. Here we go. And, you know, all the water I've been looking at is like out here 100 miles east. I have really not been looking at any salt water lately. So I don't have any firsthand stuff for you. But
like, tuna everywhere.
Yeah, you have tuna on your mind.
Yeah,
I've got arm-long catfish on my mind, so you know.
I've been putting out the tuna fishing archives on Instagram. This week I'm trying to do all tuna videos on the Instagram reels. So stay tuned, boys.
All right. All right. If this thing will ever show up. So again, we're seeing daytime SSTs in the mid 60s. Temperature's been really good. We're getting lots of solar insolation right now, and not a lot of weather to break it up, I think. So our onshore warming trends should continue. This map does not want to load for me, Roman.
That's weird.
Not
huh?
at all.
That's weird.
I'll kill this and we'll go to the OSPO.
Let's do it. Day rate. Did somebody say tuna?
So you can see this nice chunk of warm water sitting right on the bite.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
You know, we're getting a good influx of water down here from Guadalupe and Cedros. This water's moving right up past Guadalupe into the bite. So I would expect these warming trends to continue. We will see how this all pans out. And I realized, Roman, I forgot a window. So go ahead and talk for a second while I pull up a weather forecast real quick.
5 Gil, did you see the video on YouTube or did you watch the reel I just put up? You can watch the full video on YouTube, dude. It's crazy, dude. Yeah. So yeah, Brian and Kevin, if you guys want to go try to recapture that glory, recapture that moment, dude. That was such an epic day. It's like it was such a crazy epic day, and I'm never gonna forget it. And it was amazing. We got 3 bluefin limits that day. The feeling, I was like the last one to get my limit. So that little link you guys saw on Instagram stories was the excitement also came from knowing that last bite, that last hook set. It's like, yes, we got the 3 limits. You know, I was like, are we gonna get 3 limits? Are we gonna get 3 limits? It was awesome. Bros. Let's go. It was crazy. Chaos, but the good kind of chaos, you know? It was awesome. So now we're better rigged. We got the MMSC rods specifically made for that style of fishing. So man, I can't wait to put that thing to use on a tuna. It's gonna be amazing. Now I have the gear, says Brian. Yeah, exactly right. Let's go. Yeah, you get this crazy like adrenaline rush, dude. Just I was editing the video, I kept getting this like a little adrenaline rush, and the first comment on my Instagram post was Kevin, and said something like I got super. I'm pumped like in 0.0005 seconds. Just watching the foamers. It was like watching National Geographic, dude. You see the water just erupt. I've never seen it like that since. It's just been crazy. You ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
All right, cool. Let's see. There we go.
So we got some foggy evenings coming up. Whenever the wind lays down, looks like we're gonna get fog over the next at least 5-6 days. It looks like the swell might be staying really nice and flat. We got nice stable conditions. This bodes really well for the guys going out later this week. Stable conditions equal fish that are easy to find and likely to bite. So I think that everybody heading out in the next few days is in the money.
Yeah.
I hate to say this to y'all, but I will probably find some way of getting my happy carcass back out into the desert Friday again. Third week in a row.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, strike while the iron's hot, right?
Exactly. You got to freeze.
The only downer from my whole trip on Friday was on Saturday morning. I caught the perfect size bait carp and he spooged on my hand. I'm like, no! If the carp are spawning, they don't bite. So then it's harder for me to make bait. But other than that small thing, I mean, it was a magical 15 hours in the coach's life right there. That was wild.
Chasing the dream again.
Oh man, I'm chasing the dragon right now. I can already see my bait getting cut up right now in my mind. I'm scaling a carp.
So good.
I'm already out there, Roman.
That's right, Kevin. Hype is life, dude. That's awesome. Tuna is religion. That's funny. That's good. Awesome. Okay, there I am. What up? Cool. All right, so Coach is gonna end his screen share, but we're gonna get him back in here in the split screen. Dude, I'm so psyched right now. I just want to go. I gotta go. Call in sick to work back. I'm calling in sick because I'm about to have a sick ass day. Let's go.
With these nice stable conditions we got, the boys are gonna be putting. I should say the people are gonna be putting the wood to the tuna this week. It looks like to me.
Yeah, Brian, let me know, dude. I don't even need a day's warning. Just let me know the day before, the night before. I'll call in sick, man. Let's do this.
Just remember, they've been biting in the dark. So
yeah, exactly.
There are guys leaving the dock at like 1 a.m. midnight to get out there onto the grounds before dawn.
Oh yeah.
Putting limits on the boat before the sun comes up and taking the long ride home.
Damn. All right. Well, I'm hype. That's crazy. Awesome. Cool.
I mean, anytime you're getting 170-pound fish on a 1.5 day.
Yeah, dude.
That's
awesome. Dude, that fight. Oh, dude. The fight, like the struggle. Man, that's cool. That's cool. Like it really like no, it's nothing like that feeling of like you finally land the fish, dude, and you land it, you know. But there's also that feeling where like it becomes unbuttoned right at the very end, and you're like, damn, right? Or like the line snatch or something. That feeling too. That's also like it's memory making, right? It's like damn, it's like the defeat. It's like the agony of like when you watch soccer, right? Like they're playing for an hour, nobody scores, and then finally somebody makes a goal. You're like, yeah, but like way better, and you get to eat it. Woo!
The difference between catfish and tuna are catfish are better fried.
Nice. Oh, dude. Oh man. No way, Brian. I'm bringing my own setup. Thanks. Okay. All right. Cool. All right, guys. Now we're gonna segue into the into Coach's wisdom of the week. Oh, you know what? I have a. All right, we'll talk about that next time. We're gonna get something made for that. Wisdom of the week. Coach, the wisdom of the week with Coach Warp TV. Let's go.
All right. So we got stable conditions ahead of us. For us shore guys, keep an eye on that red tide. Just watch where it's moving. Sounds like it's breaking up north, or maybe broken up north, which is really good news for all of us as anglers. Hopefully it blows off, breaks up, gets pushed down south, and we can get back on our local grind. For those of you interested in the Imperial Valley, go on ahead and hit me up. I got my post is up on SD Fish. There's content up on my channel about it. There's about to be a pile of content on my channel about it.
Nice.
I have several months worth of videos at a couple a week. So if that interests you and that's something you want to see, I don't want to tell people to come and see me because of all that. It's not my videos are a joke, but you're welcome to come check out my content if you're interested.
It's a stoke.
I catch some really nice fish, and in this next month I'm putting some really nice fish up on YouTube.
There you go.
If that interests you, swing by or hit me up on Discord. For those of you guys heading offshore, bluefin, scattering of patty yellowtail. There's probably some black pomfrets out there and some other surprises for some of the guys who know a little bit about a few things. So I'm really surprised that I haven't seen more opa taken. It's my opinion they're here. I don't have proof. Just this inkling in the back of my mind that some opa and swordfish could make the numbers any day, especially for the private guys who go out and know about it.
Oh, interesting.
So I would be very, very surprised if some of those didn't show up very soon. The short form, it's that time. Get out and fish. Can't catch them from the couch. I swear, I promise to you, you can't catch them from the couch.
That's so funny. It's true.
Unless you're in one of those hotels on the lake in Thailand, in which case you could cast from your bathroom and catch fish, apparently, according to some YouTube videos I've seen. Cool. So get out and fish. Put some effort in. Put in some time. Keep an eye on that red tide if you're shorebound, or if you're on our local inshore on a skiff or yak. If you're heading offshore, remember, a lot of these tuna are biting in the dark. I've heard numerous stories of guys limiting out at 4 a.m. and coming home. So be prepared for a long one out there. And when you have the chance, you've paid however many hundred to be there, be awake and be tossing those jigs out there at the right time. That is not a bite you want to miss out on. That is not a bite you want to sleep through while they pull boat limits for the boat and they end up steaming out of there.
That's so good.
So, tuna, but, be open for the other stuff too, of course.
Perfect. Cool. All right. There you go. So once again, Coach, thank you so much for taking the time to join us every Monday for, San Diego Fishing Report? The San Diego Fishing Report. If you guys enjoyed the show, if you guys enjoyed Coach's content, make sure you go check him out. Wharf TV. Leonard put a link in there in the chat a little bit ago, so find it, click it, go subscribe, and be ready for some awesome fishing short form fishing videos. The cool thing about subscribing to Coach's channel and of course being in the MMFC community is Coach is always available for questions. He's super generous with his time and his knowledge. So if you have any questions, you're trying to figure out a new style of fishing, want to get into short fishing, want to get into cut bait fishing, live bait fishing, he's a guy to reach out to send you on the right path and give you some good pointers on starting out on those different disciplines when it comes to fishing. So, Coach, once again, thank you so much for taking the time, and we're gonna take him out with a round of applause from the pretend live studio audience. Let's go!
Thanks,
Roland. Awesome. Coach rocks, man. Coach rocks. Thanks again, Coach. Double applause from the live studio audience. That was awesome. You guys are awesome. Again, a lot of stuff covered today, guys. I apologize. It's kind of got dense, but we got the report done. We'll be back on the Fishy Hour channel on Wednesday. Fishy Hour channel on Wednesday. Okay. Tomorrow, here on this channel at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we're gonna do one more show on this channel tomorrow to go over the Mac coin and how it works and answer any of your questions, help you out setting it up, and start doing some Mac coin distribution of the new Mac coin. Okay, if you show up tomorrow and you have your wallet ready, or if you show up tomorrow and you get your wallet configured during the show, thanks Leonard for typing in that link. Thank you so much. If you get your wallet configured during the show, I will be sending out coins probably during the show, and then or telling you how you can submit your address so I can send you coins, and everybody's gonna get 1,000 Mac coins to start out with, and then from there we'll see how the Mac coins get used. I'm gonna show you how to send them out to other people, and what's involved with that, and basically get you set up. It'll serve as a little bit of a. We're gonna run it as if we're doing like a training manual for it. That in the future I'll be able to link to future MMFC members when they're like, "What the heck's a Mac coin?" We can say, "You know what? We have a video for that for the club, and here's how the Mac coin is, and here's how it works." Of course, we'll have to update it down the road to make a new version of that video, but it's kind of like a training. I'm gonna consider it a training. The other thing, guys, the MMFC Discord server is a little bit it's kind of a little bit wild, guys. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of a little bit crazy. We got a lot of threads in there, right? So I'm gonna be doing some work to organize that a little bit. I've been into a couple of other Discord servers that are not related to fishing, but they're really, really well organized, and a lot of thoughts have been put into them to onboard and teach people the basics of whatever topic that Discord server was for. And I want to do something similar with our Discord server. We're still gonna maintain the core of it, which is what gets used the most, which is like the general tab and like the main things. but we're gonna start to cut back on some of the extra text channels that we don't really use, in exchange for making like kind of like guides, like, hey, intro to basic fishing or the basic needs, and that way we can kind of make the Discord server a little bit more functional than what it is now. Even though it's getting used and it's doing a great job, there's a lot of stuff on there that we can trim off of and make it a little bit clearer, a little bit cleaner, and kind of again, always trying to improve it for you guys, always trying to make it better, and it's gonna be great. Also, last thing, I know so many things I have to tell you guys. I have a design for the Mad Max Fishing Club business cards. I know Zach brought this up the other day too. We don't have any cards, but it's basically, it'll be a business card. It's got the picture of us that we did for the MMFC picture day, and it's got like MMFC, and then it's kind of says like, you've been spotted by, and it's gonna have a space for you to put your name. So like, for example, I'll give a stack of these cards to Zach. Zach's out there fishing. You know, he's got a stack of MMFC cards on him. He's gonna write with a marker like Zach, right, or Z rigs on it, or super rigs, whatever he wants to put. And that card, if you see somebody out there that's kayaking, cool dude, decides to fish with them or whatever, or says, hey man, you want to check out the MMFC club? Here's my card. That person's gonna have the card. They're gonna come to the Discord server, and they're gonna say, hey, Zach or Super Rigs, whoever, referred me to the group, right? To me, that's super important. That's you guys growing the club, right? And that's you guys deciding who you want to invite to the club. And that's also a Mac coin earning event. Okay, so because I'm gonna encourage you to do that, it's gonna grow the club. You guys get to decide who you want in the club based on who you invite, right? And it's up to you to decide, like, is this dude gonna fit in, right? So you guys are kind of you guys kind of become the keepers of the gate for the club, right? You guys know what we expect. You guys know what the standards are. If you think that person's gonna meet the standard, invite them, right? And for doing so, you're gonna get rewarded with Mac coins, which you can later on use to participate in cool Mac events. Okay, so as you guys can see, I'm putting a lot of thought into it. I'm trying to make this a cool system, and it's gonna be a blast. So with that, let's wrap up the show. Hope you guys enjoy. I'll have those cards ready for the next time we meet. I'll be able to hand those out. Okay. Maybe also down the road we can do like I'll hand those out in person to you guys, whoever wants them, and then we'll talk about that. We'll talk about how we do that then. But tomorrow, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on this channel, we're gonna go over the Mac coin, how to use it, how to get it, and how to transact in it. It's gonna be a blast. Once again, thank you so much for joining us today. Brian, Kevin, let's go, bro. Let's go get these tuna. I'm down. Ah. Get to the chopper. I'm excited, dude. We gotta go. We gotta do this again. Gotta relive the dream. The dream. Relive the dream. I didn't see Eric in here. Did you guys see Eric in here today? Hopefully he's not banned. I'll have to check my messages. So shout outs to Dan, 5-Gil Captain Dan, also Sea Samurai, Zach Riggs, Arnie, Brian, Michael Tran, Dave Rage, what else we got here? Mr. Cal, Cave Dog in the House, Michael Tran, Izzy, Salty, Leonard, thanks so much for helping me mod. What else do we have in here? I got Leonard. Yep. Todd, TP Metal Art in the house. Jeff, One Cool Tuna, OCT, exclamation point OCT for One Cool Tuna. Check them out. We got our new member Stacy. Stacy, welcome to the club. Hope you have a great experience joining the club. And Stacy, if you don't mind later on, let me know how you found us, because we want to make sure we do more of that, because we want to get more people in here and grow this community and have a blast. So once again, guys, you guys have a good night. I will see you guys tomorrow, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here on this very channel. You have a good night. Thank you. Woo!